If you think about a symbiotic relationship that takes place in your garden, you probably think about flowers and their pollinators.
Just like yucca moths or bees, a symbiotic relationship is a close long-term interaction between two different species. It could be 1, mutually beneficial, where both organisms benefit, 2, commensal, where one benefits and the other is unaffected, or 3, parasitic, where one benefits and the other is harmed.
Today, we're going to talk about a mutualistic relationship between two insects that are commonly found in the landscape and sometimes found together on plants. They are ants and aphids. Kait loves aphids.
Love aphids.
And I love ants.
Aphids are small, soft-bodied insects that feed on plant sap with their piercing, sucking mouth parts. They are pear-shaped with tailpipe-like appendages on their abdomen called cornicles. Aphids are some of the most common insects found in landscapes, with approximately 1,350 species in North America. Almost every plant has a species of aphid that uses it as a host. Aphids feed in large numbers and congregate on the plant, producing a sticky substance called honeydew.
Ants are social insects that live in large colonies that nest underground in places like the soil, in mounds, or in rotten wood. They also nest on the ground underneath items such as mulch or cement pavers or flower pots. Ants are found in every terrestrial habitat with about 1,000 species described in North America. They are easily distinguished because they have these segmented body parts with this slender waist. They also have elbowed antennae. Ants are omnivorous, so they eat plants and animal materials. And one of their favorite foods is the liquid honeydew produced by aphids.
This is where that mutualistic relationship comes into play. Ants need the aphids and their honeydew as a carbohydrate component of their diet, while also protecting the aphids from several natural enemies. Aphid predators include both adult and larvae lady beetles, larval forms of the syrphid fly, larval lacewings, as well as parasitoid wasps.
The ants farm the aphids. They use their antennae to stroke the aphids to coax them to produce honeydew. They herd them, which means they move them around with their mandibles to better parts of the plant, and they also carry them around, therefore protecting them from those predators. When ants find that their aphid colonies are under threat, they will fight, and they have the ability to physically remove other insects from the plant.
Aphids are sometimes missed on plants until damage occurs in the form of leaf curling, leaf yellowing, discoloration, and the presence of sooty mold. Some homeowners complain that the ants are damaging their plants, but that's simply not true. Ants are not the culprit, they're simply there to protect their aphids.
A simple, non-chemical, organic way to remove aphids from the plant is with a simple blast of water with the hose. Aphids are parthenogenetic, which means they can reproduce without mating, so forgetting or missing a few aphids can result in population rebound. So it's important to practice this every 3 to 4 days to keep populations low.
If you spot an ant on your plant, stop and take a closer look. The presence of ants may indicate that you have plant pests in your landscape. However, if there is no plant damage, we suggest you leave both ants and aphids alone.
Aphids and ants are a great example of mutualism and an illustration of nature's wondrous pageantry.